Hello everybody and welcome to a game of TDM on grid, and I'm going to be using the MP5k with Silencer and steady aim. Now this is one of the first games I use this setup. I'm trying it because I keep getting killed by people using steady aim and hip firing with the submachine guns. So I thought I'd stick it on for a game. It takes me a little bit of time to get used to it. As you'll see, initially I start doing a lot of aiming down sight because that's what I would normally do, and here I just fail really hard to kill the first guy that I come across. The problem I've got with the MP5k, the main problem I have with this particular gun is the simple length of time it takes to reload. I get quite a lucky death there. I believe it's probably fair and square either way. So on grid, when I'm playing TDM, which obviously is a kill-based game, I don't look to stay in one place. Try and outplay this guy here. Try and sort of flank around and get him. But I've got a friend upstairs who helps me out and saves my life. But we've got a UAV already, so I'm using that really to look for. I tried to change my weapon out here, tried to change my secondary, so I've got a nice assault rifle, but apparently the guy that died didn't drop anything. That's a problem I've been having or finding recently with my classes that aren't using scavenger, is that I run out of ammo and I'll be running over to the corpse of the person I've just killed and unable to find their gun. Pick up a G11 here, and I can see this dude camping in the distance, but because I've got my silencer he doesn't know that I've been killing people. And unfortunately this guy comes back and uses the lag to his advantage, or my disadvantage, to shoot me once in the knee and kill me. And as the game often does, it spawns me in within very short range of where he was, and I get a really nice hip fire through the bushes. As you can see, the hip fire kill seemed to be much quicker than my aim down sight kills have been. That's because the combination of steady aim and silencer appears to really narrow down the bullet spread. Much less than it is when you aim, no recoil or anything like that. So I have now ended up in this building. I'm obviously looking to slow down a bit because I've died a couple of times already, and I really want to start building a kill streak and you know, get my KD right back up, make this into a 5+ KD game. And I get really unlucky here because that guy just goes to his advantage and he just jumps across and ballistic knife's near me, and because of the inaccuracy of the ballistic knife he gets a lucky kill, which is quite irritating. So I can see a couple of people ahead here. I throw a really massive fail Semtex and then try and hip fire at slightly too much range, and as I'm trying to flank him round, because it takes so long to reload the MP5, once I step around the corner I just get G11 to raid. I have found that if you combine, well I have not found myself, but I've been killed by someone in the previous game, which is using the G11 and steady aim together, and that's a pretty devastating combo, because the G11 on its own doesn't have anywhere near much bullet spread, and then you add the steady aim and it just basically allows you to run around never aiming and just spraying at range and getting quick and easy kills with the burst weapon. So that's a bit of an annoying one. So this is the sort of area that I believe the enemy's in, this sort of back area here. Oh, I could see this guy on the radar but I couldn't work out where he was. Luckily he aims down sight and I'm able to sidestep past his aim before I pick up his G11 again. Just so I've got an assault rifle while I'm working around to work out where their spawn is. So it takes 2 bursts there to kill that guy. It's not quite as visible as it was in the game. It does have issues with lag at times, as you saw with the guy that killed me at the start with the Enfield. And it also goes to host migration in a minute, and it goes to host migration for full on 3 minutes. So that was really bad, but I didn't want to back out or anything in case it got back into the game, because I was just about starting to stack a kill streak. I think I was top of our team. I was doing quite well and I was hoping that obviously it would come back into the game and let us carry on. So this red dot appears to be in this area again, but just as I rush him, one of my teammates does the same, because we have got the UAVs in the air. Now, I am running the UAV with this setup simply because TDM is a lot harder to stack a really high kill streak. So I'm using it again to my advantage, trying to work out where they are, and then I get a really nice single burst, which is quite a difficult thing to do with this G11 because of the damage stats. You have to get normally either 3 headshots or a second burst on them. So using Ninja here to my massive advantage, I can hear this guy, I can see him on the UAV, I can hear him, so I'm just waiting. So on his kill cam it'll look like I'm literally camping on that corner, but obviously I rushed towards that area, heard him moving around, and then used the UAV and my headset to my advantage. Again, I heard this guy behind me, which allows me to get my first helicopter. Fortunately I reload, and while I'm reloading it takes about a week to reload the MP5k for some reason. That guy rushes in. So I know where their spawn is, I know where they're spawning, but unfortunately because I've got an SMG I can't rush straight towards their spawn to get some angles on people. So I sort of just try and push around. I get quite lucky with that one, and get a nice kill because of the hip fire. and here you'll see it goes to host migration. So without keeping you sitting watching this for 3 full minutes, I'll skip through it and move straight back into the gameplay. So I'm loading back in now, and as you'll see there's only 2 people in the game, but there's still 5 green arrows on my team. So I'm a bit confused about what the matchmaking's done here, because there's still people getting killed, there's still people shooting, I can still see enemies. So the leaderboard's not caught up with the host migration just yet. It still thinks that there's it thinks there's no one. I can see this guy through the bushes, and I can hear him moving around. And obviously it's the guy I've just killed. So I easily get my my spy plane with that one. There's a guy just camping just here. So when I'm playing TDM, I do like to rush. I do like to play quite an aggressive game. You see this dude here, and he's coming to get me. But as I reload in this corner, I can hear people moving around. Bring in my UAV, and it gives me a very big indication that there's 2 red dots. So I stand perfectly still, and again, it's going to look like I'm camping, but what I'm doing is using the UAV and my headset to my advantage. Kill the first guy. The second guy doesn't notice where the first guy died from because of my silencer. And I also pick up a pair of kills. Get my second helicopter. So I bring the helicopter in near and around where I am, because I'm looking for the area of the map where there's the least of my green triangles, because that's the most likely area the game will spawn them. And now I'm going to just go out into the open, look along some angles, and hear this guy coming, and spray him. And luckily I kill him just as the game goes to host migration again. So this game is a double host migration, which obviously I will skip again, and just gets slightly broken down by the strange system. So as you see, come back in, he's just died. So I get very lucky not to have that horrible standoff countdown time when you've got a guy or an enemy nearby you, and you know whoever gets the release back into the game first is going to get the kill. I'm working around carefully. I know I'm 1 kill, obviously short of my my next kill streak, and basically I just want to play it safe, play it careful. As I walk around this corner, I can just see the top of the guy's head, and so I missed the first burst, but get a nice headshot to get my my Huey. So back away, looking for somewhere to hide. I could obviously sit here. The game's only got 14 kills left, so I could do some serious damage with the chopper gunner depending on where their spawn is. And as you've seen me do before, I use my claymore to protect me while I'm in my chopper gunner in case someone comes around here to knife me. And just wait a second to see what's going on, and then make sure I'm not being followed basically before bringing in the chopper gunner. So I'll fast forward the chopper gunner a little bit. I don't get too many kills, and eventually it does get shot down. So they do work hard to stop me just destroying their team with it. But it does. I do get a nice bag full of kills, which helps rack up the ratio to allow me to use this as my episode 3 of my KD. So 29 for 5, 5.8 KD, and a nice Huey streak, and a couple of helicopters on top of that as well. Alright guys, leave us a rate, leave us a comment. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.